So this is me and my dad. It might be a little hard to see, but this was Father's Day a couple of years ago, and this was taken just a couple of hours before what was, I would like to call, the longest night of my life. My dad is a huge fisherman. Every time we go to the beach, he wants to go fishing, and the pier is right down the street from where we stay. So we are staying down there for 2 weeks this year, and he looks at me and was like, "Hey, Jess, you want to go fish with me tonight?" "Sure, Dad." It was Father's Day. I thought, we'll be nice and we'll go fishing with my dad, right? It'll be totally fine. I actually don't mind fishing. I actually enjoy it. However, there was a tropical storm off the coast, and for my novice fisherman self, it is not good fishing weather for me because the waves are choppy. I couldn't tell the difference between getting a bite or just the waves being choppy and hitting the end of my pole. And after sitting out there for what felt like hours, I was done. I was so annoyed. I was burning up. I had not caught a single thing. And I'm looking around at all of these people and they're all catching things. And I am getting a little frustrated. So I decide that my way is better than my dad's way, which is just sitting there and casting out and just sitting and sitting and sitting. I decide that so-and-so over here has just caught something, so I should go over there because they just caught something, so clearly that's the right thing to do. So I go over there, don't catch anything. So then I see someone a little further down the pier and they are catching things. I'm like, that's where I need to go. So I go over there, catch nothing. This goes on for about 20, 30 minutes, and my dad finally looks at me. He's like, "Jessica, sit down and just wait. Just sit down and do it this way. Trust me. Just trust me." I was so frustrated at this point, and I had tried everything else that I could think of, moving around, all these things, and none of it worked. So I listened to what he said. I sat down, and I waited. And within 10 minutes, I finally caught a fish. It was about this big, but I caught it. That's all I cared about. After what felt like hours and hours and hours of catching nothing, all of that came down to this one thing, one fish this big, but I did it. The fishermen, the disciples are out. They're fishing. It's been all night long, and they have caught nothing. I would venture to say they probably weren't feeling the best either. They're probably a little annoyed. They've been out all night long. They're tired. They're hot. They're sweaty. They have caught nothing, and now they're coming back to the shore empty-handed, and they're a little frustrated. But standing on the shore is this guy named Jesus who tells them, "Hey, listen, put your nets over to the other side." And they do. And when they do, they pull them in, and their nets are full. Their nets are full. What I love about this is that it is so, for me, this is totally my life. This is like the picture perfect whatever of my life. There are so many times where I try to do things my own way and it doesn't work out. Like, it just does not work out. But when I do it his way, it works out. See, I tried fishing my own way for what felt like forever and caught nothing. But when I did it the way that my father was doing it, I saw results in 10 minutes. These fishermen had been out all night long. They had been trying and caught nothing. But when they did it his way, they caught stuff. See, I think that so many times we try to do things our own way and we make it so much harder on ourselves. Jesus is right there. He's like, no, don't do it that way. Don't do it that way. Do it my way. And we don't listen. Part of the issue was that I didn't want to listen. I wanted to catch something and walk around the pier looking like a crazy person. But when I sat down and I listened to my dad, I caught something. We have to take time to sit and listen. We have to take time to sit and listen and hear the Father's voice. Maybe there's something in your life that you keep doing wrong. You keep doing it over and over and over again, and you're seeing the same results over and over and over again without any change. Maybe it's time that you relinquish that and give it to God. Allow Jesus to give you what it is that you need. Maybe you need to switch that net to the other side. But what you have to do is you have to listen. You have to be willing to take that net and move it over. Just like the disciples were willing to take their nets and move them, we have to be willing to take the situation and give it over to him.